Maulení personál.
Sergo, má.
Samozřejmě záleží na
miesiące zaczęły się zbliżać.
La zona se concentra en un único punto, si cambia de redondeada, es más fácil que por el ángulo. Per la cattedrale bisogna passare uguale alla città.
I don't think we have context for this kind of monstrous of an act. So the real lesson is don't stand this war in Europe until World War I. To give you some context about how bad it wasn't just the fighting, right? The fighting was awful. Mercenary armies were roaming around Europe. Part of
Well, they're both like heavy metal rockers, but your dad's just sort of.
guys.